Hey guys, how's it going? Ricky here from Most Valuable Podcast, here to continue our 2015 preseason top 25 for college football. Number 4, Roll Tide. That's all I got to say. And before we get into this, I got to throw him under the bus because really I shouldn't be doing this preview. Big boy Brandon Swanson should be the one sitting in front of you. This is his team. This is the one all top 25. He's been telling USCC fans, watch out, because my Crimson Tide are going to beat you. He's too tired today. He's like, you know what? I can't do it. I don't have the energy. So it's okay. Ricky's going to step in, get the job done. And with Alabama, I'll start with the offense because for some of the videos, usually I switch it up, talk about the defense first. No, I'm an offensive guy. Let's start with this offense. It all starts with the man leading the charge. Blake Sims is gone. Who is going to lead this Lane Kiffin offensive attack? It's easy. Jake Coker, the guy who said, screw it. I don't want to sit behind Jameis Winston. I don't want to be a second-class citizen for Florida State. I'm going to Alabama. He's going to be the guy to lead this offense. You also have the running back who's got to step up because every year with Alabama, it seems like insert a new running back. This may be the wrong order, but just think of it. Mark Ingram, Trent Richardson, TJ Yeldon. I know I'm missing one in there, but those are the big three where it's like Mark Ingram leaves. Who's going to step up? Boom, Trent Richardson. Trent Richardson leaves. Who's going to step up? TJ Yeldon. If I'm not mistaken, I think I'm missing someone between Richardson and Yeldon, but you guys get my point. This year, it's going to be the 6'3", 240-pound running back, Derrick Henry, and he's going to be the guy to lead this rushing attack because that's what Alabama likes to do. They like to run the ball and support it with the pass. This year's pass catchers for Jake Coker, the two main targets are going to be former high school All-Americans Chris Black and Robert Foster, also with incoming freshman Calvin Ridley. And these are going to be the three main targets. Amari Cooper's gone. He's playing in Oakland with Fresno State quarterback Derek Carr. So you've got Black, Foster, and Ridley going to be the three main targets for Coker this season. This is going to be an Alabama offense that is going to get it done. So Crimson Tide fans, do not worry about your offense because it's just going to be A-okay with Lane Kiffin. The burden of this team, the weak spot, is going to be Kirby Smart's defense for Nick Saban because we'll start with the strength, the front seven. You've got guys like Sean Robinson, Jaron Reed, Jonathan Allen coming back. You also have inside linebacker Reggie Ragland who said, hey, you know what, NFL, you can wait a year. I'm going to do what I do best here in college, play one more season at Tuscaloosa. The issue for this defense will be the secondary without Landon Collins, who's in the NFL, without Nick Perry. And yeah, this is going to be, if teams can pick apart the secondary, that's going to be the problem for the Crimson Tide. However, I don't see that happening. And I see this offense just putting so many points on the board. And plus, when you have a good run game, I feel like the time of possession for the Crimson Tide, as long as they can keep that in their favor, keep their defense off the field, it's not going to hurt them. But we're going to get the most important part of this video. It's why you guys checked it out. The schedule. What games is Alabama going to win or lose? It's going to be a good season for Alabama. They start off game 1, Jerry World in Arlington, Texas, against the Wisconsin Badgers. I did a little bit more research for this one. Found a fun fact for you guys. Did you guys know that Alabama has not lost a season opener since 2011? It's over 10 years. It's 14 years of winning your opening game. Yeah, they got a tough one. They get Wisconsin. New head coach Paul Christ. I don't see Alabama losing this game. I feel like they will win in Jerry World. They will set the precedent of, hey, we're a team to be reckoned with yet again. Don't let that Ohio State game give you the wrong image. We're going to be good. Then they got Mid-Tennessee State. Guess what? They win that game also. Then, boom, here comes SEC play in their third game of the season on ESPN September 19th. Ole Miss running Rebels. Not the running Rebels. Those are UNLV, just the Ole Miss Rebels. Got a little bit too excited there. But, yeah, Ole Miss without Bo Wallace, I don't care who the starting quarterback is, especially in Tuscaloosa. Roll Tide all day, every day. Crimson Tide with the win. Then they get the ULM Warhawks. Doesn't matter. That's a win. Louisiana Monroe's not going to beat the Crimson Tide. Here's the most interesting game, and I said this in my Georgia preview. At Georgia in Athens. Tough game. This is going to be a really tough game. However, I'm giving it to the Crimson Tide. I do not think the Bulldogs have it in them to beat the Crimson Tide. I know it's in Athens. However, in the regular season, I don't think they have the cojones to beat the Crimson Tide. Then you got Arkansas. That's homecoming. Crimson Tide will win that. Texas A&M, they're not going to be able to withstand the power of the Tide. They win that. Then they beat Tennessee at Tuscaloosa before going into their bye week. Then they get LSU. That'll be a close one, but the Tide win. Then Mississippi State. This is a game that Brandon, if he was doing this preview, may say, hey, Mississippi State wins. He loves Dak Prescott. I can see why, but Roll Tide. Crimson Tide get the win over the Bulldogs. Then you got Charleston Southern. Is that even a question of who's going to win that game? Come on, for real. Then you have Auburn, and this is going to be the game of the year. The Iron Bowl, last game of the season. If, and only if, the Crimson Tide can beat the Tigers of Auburn, they will go to the SEC championship game. Here's what I see playing out. And mark my words on this one. It's going to be a tie game late in the fourth. 50-yard field goal, fourth down, 3 seconds left. Instead of going for a field goal this year, Nick Saban, Lane Kiffin, they're going to say, okay, Coker, throw it to the end zone. We know what happens when we kick field goals and they get returned for touchdowns. That kind of happened to them at Auburn, where this game will be played. Coker drops back to pass, throws it to the left side of the end zone, hits Ridley for a bomb to win the game. Crimson Tide undefeated going into the SEC title game. Who will they play? Georgia. Will they win? No. Crimson Tide lose one game this season. SEC title game to Georgia. Georgia moves on to the college football playoff. I don't think Alabama's a college football playoff team. And the reason why I say that is that one game. Now, I will say this. That Georgia game, that second one, if they win that one, they are a college football playoff team. If they win the SEC, they are college football playoff ready again. But there's my shocker. They're going to have a great game against Auburn to go undefeated and then lose to Georgia in the SEC title game. That's my shocker for the SEC. I feel like it's going to be that one fluke game, kind of like last year where Ohio State kind of surprised them. Georgia's going to do the same thing in Atlanta at the Georgia Dome. Kind of a little revenge in the state of Georgia for the Bulldogs over the Crimson Tide. But this is where you tell me down below in the comment section, what do you think of my preview? How wrong am I about either the Auburn game, the SEC title game, how I should have the Crimson Tide in my college football playoff? Right down here in the annotation, somewhere here at the bottom of the video, I will have our podcast for Brandon and myself's college football playoff predictions and national championship. You can click right up here to check out our SEC preview. You only got 1 week before the preview is kind of moot because we will be getting football back on TV in college this Thursday. I want to thank you guys for checking out this video. I want to thank you guys for just being a part of the MVP family. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you loved it, hit the subscribe button. Thank you again. And as always, have a good day, everybody. Hey guys, like the video? Then hit that subscribe button. But if you liked it even more, you should check out our Patreon page,
We have a lot of different rewards and goals for those of you who would love to support us. So make sure to click that link down in the description to check out those pretty kick-ass rewards.